Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock. It's time for another video, and I'm here with Tom. Tom's from Learning. First of all, thank you so much for everyone that came over to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Came over to the stand at Blackpool, the Blackpool Magic Convention. You had a blast.
I did.
You enjoyed yourself, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, you were on the booth the whole time. I'm not going to say you were demoing because you weren't, but you were selling.
I did mind blogs.
Yeah, that's the only one. The only one.
Yeah.
What's that? Dunno. What's that? Dunno.
It sold it though.
I'm glad out of all of my material, there's one that you use. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But you weren't there on a Sunday. You and Thea disappeared to do a quick gig.
Just a quick gig.
Left at
8-hour round trip.
left at 7 o'clock in the morning to nip down to Worcester to do a big illusion show, and then came back up to the Blackpool just in time for the gala show.
Won't be allowed to do that next month.
Why not?
Getting banned.
You're not getting banned. Don't worry about it. He's having a few legal problems with his driver's license, but he'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah. You'll find the GoFundMe in the comments below. Sorry, is that too soon?
I'm in the middle of everything. Anyway, this video, you're probably interested. I know I am. Is another one of the 30-minute acts. So a little while ago, just before Blackpool, I did 30 minutes with a regular deck of cards. So I literally didn't give any thought to it. I opened up a deck of cards, I did a 30-minute act, and I kind of broke down what I did and why I did and so on and so forth. It was very, very popular.
Yeah.
And the comments were inundated with what people wanted to see next. And we're going to be doing more of these.
Yeah.
And Tom has come today because he's doing some rehearsals with Thea for a big show coming up. And I said to him, why don't we do another one? Yeah. And he said, okay, which one? And I know a lot of people said they wanted to see Rubik's Cubes and Cube 52. Because the pitch when Cube 52 came out, and by the way, this is the very first product I worked on with Phil Smith.
I think it's the best packaging. Like the best fake packaging. I like it.
Yeah, so Phil and I worked on this before anything else. This is the very first thing that I worked on with him. And obviously since then we've worked with each other on many, many things. And I had that period of time a couple of years ago where there were lots of decks that weren't decks that were coming out.
This is the one that started it.
This is the very first one. This is the one that started it. And I would still say it's my favourite, or one of my favourites, I think. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth. But I very much like this, and it's got a lot built into it. It really has. And because it's 2 or 3 years old now, I think there's a few people that don't even know what this is. So the original pitch for this was, it's a deck of cards that's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, and you can combine it with an actual Rubik's Cube and perform absolute miracles. Yeah. And that's what this is. And I had a lot of people in the comments say, we'll do 30 minutes with a Rubik's Cube and with Cube 52. Which you can do. I wouldn't want to do just 30 minutes with a cube. I think that'd be too much. Yeah. But I think you combine it with this and it opens up a plethora of effects. Now, I have no idea where I'm going with this. I literally just said to you, what should we do? And we were like, let's do Rubik's Cube. So I haven't given this any thought. I gave it 1 minute thought so I could write something down on a piece of paper, which is my prediction. You'll get to this in a minute. But have you got your phone on you?
Yes, it's on. Do not disturb. Is that
yeah. I just need a timer for 30 minutes. So if you're new to this and you didn't see the first one, I am going to try and do a 30-minute act made up entirely of just a Cube 52 deck and a couple of Rubik's Cubes and a prediction. And we're going to see how things go. I might be failing very early on, I don't know, because I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this.
I think I do really well on this, because it probably takes me about 30 minutes to solve Cube.
I think you'd be amazing in this one. But should we give it a go and see what happens? And then afterwards we'll break it down. And you don't do Cube magic, do you?
I started doing it.
Have you?
Oh yeah, I was actually talking to the Cube guys.
So what do you do?
I'm learning to solve at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm just stuck at the algorithm on the last layer.
That's the hardest one.
Once I've got that one down, I'm doing Venom Cube mixed with that Michael Murray one that you do all the time. That's the target.
The behind the back.
Yeah,
the solution it's called.
It kills.
It does.
I'm fed up of going to Fulham and everyone going, yeah, but he got a tattoo on his arm and he's fed up with that.
You do get that a lot, don't you? Like I'm at Fulham again next Wednesday, and I know people are going to be coming up to me going, I made the mistake once of going to Fulham. I've got a residency at Fulham, by the way.
Did you blow
and no, I made a mistake once of going and not taking a Rubik's Cube. I disappointed a lot of people.
Yeah.
For anybody who says Rubik's Cube magic is boring, it really
there's that one guy that is just waiting for the magician. He comes hunting you, doesn't he? There's that one guy who loves the magic, he loves the football, he's there every week, then you have to have something new for him.
Yeah.
And nothing's beating for me, he just still bangs on about your tattoo.
That's amazing.
Don't know how he knows Luke dancing, but he bangs on about it.
Let's have a look and see how this goes. All right. So you hit record. You hit the timer in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so guys, my name's Craig. This is Tom. How you doing, Tom? You okay? Thank you for joining me. We're going to do some magic. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to do some magic with a couple of things. First of all, I have a prediction.
Yes.
And this prediction is going to be something that happens in the not too distant future. And before I begin, I want you to put that into your pocket somewhere where I can't change it, I can't do anything with it. If you could put that into your pocket, that would be amazing. Now, as well as that, I've got a couple of different things. The first thing, actually, before we get into that, I'll get into this. So I have here a brown paper bag. Now, inside the bag, there's something that's kind of interesting. I have 2 items. I have the same thing, but I have 2 of them. And there's a very good chance that at some point in your life, you owned one of these things.
Okay.
Because it's literally the best-selling toy of all time.
Yeah.
I am, of course, talking about a Rubik's Cube.
Oh.
Do you own a Rubik's Cube?
Yes.
And did you own one as a kid?
No.
Did you know how to solve? Do you know how to solve it?
Yeah, I do at the moment.
But not complete. Oh, you don't. You know how to solve
I do,
it?
but I have to have a cheat code.
Do you take the stickers off or?
No, I get stuck on the last layer and I go inside it.
Okay. Well, I have 2 Rubik's Cubes in here. Now, I've been solving cubes for a very long time, since the 80s. I am that old. And I have a collection at home of over 100 Rubik's Cubes. Yeah. There's a technical term for that.
Loser.
It's called sad. Yeah. Now, these 2 cubes are very important. This one is the pride of my collection. This is the oldest cube I own.
Oh, wow.
This cube is very old. This cube's probably about 15 years old at this point right now. It's not been solved in a very long time, I have to be honest with you. The other cube in here is the latest cube. I only bought this last week, and it's brand new. Okay. It's not yet been mixed up, right? So we're going to try and do something. Which one would you like me to do the magic with? The really old one that's not been solved in a long time, or the brand new one that's yet to be mixed up?
The old one.
The old one, okay. So we're going to do the magic with the old one. I'm going to take the new one out, okay? We're going to leave the old one in there. I want you to remember the old one stays inside the bag.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fold it up, and you can feel it in there. And I want you to put it over there. We're going to get back to that a little bit later on. But I want you to remember, we'll put it over there so we can see. I want you to remember that old cube stays in that bag. That's going to be kind of our big finish.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to that later on. Now, before I show you this Rubik's Cube, actually, we'll mix it up first. But now, here's the thing with the Rubik's Cube, and later on you're going to be able to mix this as well. But the idea of a Rubik's Cube is you mix it up, and the more you mix it up, the harder it is to solve. There's literally billions of combinations. Now, anytime you want to, like any time at all, just say stop.
Stop.
There. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Cool, brilliant. So that is one combination of 47 quintillion million. Now, to put that into context, if you put 47 quintillion cubes, not quintillion, million, quintillion, if you put 47 quintillion cubes next to each other, they would span the circumference of the Earth twice. Oh. Each one would look completely different, and only one of them would be solved. So in other words, the chance of this cube looking like this before or again is astronomically thin.
Okay.
Now, do you believe it's possible for me to influence you?
Yeah.
I think I can. Which is why I have this deck of cards. Now, you might not have seen these before. They're called speed challenge cards, puzzle cube speed challenge cards. These basically are used by speed cubers. They look like a deck of cards, but they've just got the same 6 colours that are on a Rubik's Cube mixed up. This deck of cards is very much like a Rubik's Cube. Let me explain. There's 6 colours on a Rubik's Cube. There's 6 colours inside this deck. There are 9 squares for each colour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's 9 cards of each colour. There's 54 squares altogether. And there's 54 cards in this deck. You combine this deck with this cube and miracles happen. But I said, do you feel like I could influence you? Because what I was trying to do right from the very beginning is I was trying to influence you to start off with. Because if you remember, I picked these up and I showed you the box. Yeah. And then I said, actually, let me show you the cube first. That was done by design because I wanted you to look at this cube. Now, do you think just looking at this box could influence you?
No.
No. It did. Let me prove it to you. You'll notice there's a picture of Rubik's Cube on the front of the box. Here's what's interesting, and this is kind of what's crazy. If you look at it like this, and I take this side, like here, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look, 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 look. You've got blue, blue, red, blue, blue, red, strip of white. You've got blue, orange, and green.
Yeah.
Over here, you've got a strip of white, you've got a big block of red, you've got blue, and you've got yellow. And on the top here, you've got green, you've got white, you've got red, you've got green, you've got white. That is a perfect match.
That's cool.
Well, the first time I saw that, I forgot to applaud as well. Don't feel like you have to get excited about this. Honestly, come back, Matt. Like, seriously, all's forgiven. Like,
No.
here's the thing. You need to get excited about this, man, because seriously, think about this. This is impossible. 47 quintillion combinations. This is the sort of thing that when I show this to a layperson, they blow their mind. You know, just like...
I know. Sorry, I'm a jaded magician.
Yeah, I know you are, but here's the thing. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that somehow I changed the box design. I waited for you to mix up the cube and I changed the box design. That's what everyone thinks. And that's not the case, which is why I made another prediction. It's right here on my arm. And it's a tattoo. And you see, if you look at this, you can see it really does match. White, red, blue, yellow, green, green, blue, yellow, orange, green, red, white, green. That is a perfect match. Which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
We're going to see if we can go one step further.
We've got a body index. Of,
body index, right? We're gonna go a little bit further because we'll do something that uses the cards and the cube in a little minute, in a bit. But first of all, let me just mix these up. So they're in no particular order, and you can see that they're all mixed up and so on and so forth, and just like that. There's a trick in Magic that I have a kind of an affinity board. It's called any card at any number. So someone names a playing card, someone names a number, and the card appears at that number. This is not a real deck of cards.
Okay.
However, we do have 6 different colours repeated, and we have 54 cards. So the first thing I want you to do is I would like you to name a colour.
Yellow.
Yellow, are you sure? Okay. Now there's 52 cards in the deck.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is name a number.
14.
Do you want to change your mind?
15.
Do you want to change your mind back? Are you happy with 15?
Yes, I'll have.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You don't want to change your mind?
I don't want to change my mind.
So 15,
Yeah.
and what was the colour?
Yellow.
Yellow. Let's just deal to the 15th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is the 15th card. 14 would have been white. 16 would have been blue. 17 would have been green. 18 would have been orange. You get the idea. Yeah. You could have said a number. You said yellow. Some people would consider that a coincidence.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, right?
And it's fun.
It's fun. It's pretty cool. But let's see if we can go one step further, because I do have the ability. How I do this sort of stuff is I have the ability to be able to work out what colour somebody's thinking of just by looking inside their head. Yeah. So let me give you an example. What I want to do is I'm going to turn round.
Yeah.
When I turn round, what I want you to do is I want you to cut the deck, complete the cut, and then just look at the bottom card, remember it. Okay, can you do that for me? And then so just cut anywhere you want to. Look at that. And the reason I want you to look at the bottom card is because that way I couldn't possibly see the colour. And then when you've done that, put the cards down on the table and tell me, and I'll turn back round. Okay? So just cut the deck anywhere you want to, give it a single cut, complete the cut, and when you've done that, look at the bottom card. It's up to you. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And I turn back round?
Yeah, you can turn that round.
Very good. Now, what I want you to do, you could have had any colour.
Yeah.
I want you to say that colour and over again in your head. Not out loud, but in your head. If you say it out loud, that's not mind reading, that's listening. Say it over and over again. Yeah, say it over and over again in your head. You know, like white, 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 white. It's crazy, right? Let's see if we can do that again. Cut the cards, complete the cut. You done that?
Yep.
Okay. This time, I'm not even going to ask you to say it in your head. I just want you to look at me. Green.
Yes.
See, I can do this over and over again because I have the ability to look inside your head and tell you what the colour is. But we'll see if we can go one step further. I'm going to take these cards and I'm going to divide them into 6 piles. And we're going to go through a very small process. And what this process is going to do is effectively, it's going to have you select a card, one card and one card only, in a very fair way. Now, the most impressive part of this is not the trick, but it's the fact that I can talk absolute bollocks and make this look kind of interesting, which is great. So, what we'll do is we've got 6 piles, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to eliminate down to one pile first of all. So I want you to pull 3 piles forward. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Very good. We'll do this. And then what I want you to do with your right hand, pick up one of the piles, keep it face down. Yeah, and with the left hand, pick up one of the piles. Yeah, perfect. Very good. You're doing great. Final choice. Give 1 pile to me. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Great. So take these and put them underneath the table and mix them up until they are in a completely random order. And when you've done that, let me know. Yeah. Now what I want you to do is I want you to peek at what the bottom card is. Have you got the colour?
Yeah.
Mix it up again under the table.
Yeah.
And then what I want you to do is just drop that into the middle. Done. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Do you know what's happened here?
Not got a clue.
You went through a process.
Yeah.
We mixed up the cards. We put them into 6 piles. You randomly picked 1 pile. You shuffled up that pile. You took 1 card. You looked at, could I possibly know what that colour is? I just looked away the entire time. Could I know what that colour is 10 minutes ago?
No.
But when I sat down with you, I said we were going to do some magic with the Rubik's Cube. I said we we're going to do some magic with this cube as deck.
Yeah.
I said I was also going to do some magic with a prediction. I gave you a prediction from the very beginning. Can you take that prediction out? It's a folded up card. And I wrote something on it. You don't even have to tell me the colour that you picked. You just have to freak out when you realise I wrote on here, you will pick red.
Yeah, it's red.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I like that.
That's crazy, right?
Cool.
It's crazy. But here's the thing. I'll explain how a lot of this stuff it works. It's very, very simple. How it works is this deck has a symbiotic relationship with this cube. So in other words, whatever happens to this cube happens to this deck and vice versa. It's why I can do a lot of this stuff. Now, I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's true. That's exactly how it works. Let me give you an example. The world champion cube solver solves the cube in about 3 seconds. The average person who can solve a cube solves it in about 5 minutes. Only about 2% of the population can solve a cube, and most people that can solve it in like a minute or 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I'm going to try and solve this in 1 second with 1 hand. You're going to say go. 1 second later, it's going to solve. We'll do it for the camera. When you say go.
Go.
Any questions? That's about a second,
That's
right?
nice.
About a second, right? But I said there's a symbiotic relationship between the cube and the deck.
Yeah.
Whatever happens to the cube happens to the deck and vice versa.
Yeah.
It's how I'm doing a lot of this stuff right now. I'm not reading your mind. I'm taking advantage of the fact that these 2 objects are linked.
Yeah.
Which basically means that if I solve the cube, the deck that's been mixed up from the very beginning has almost completely separated as well. I missed one. I mean, here's the thing. You know, I missed one. There was a couple out of place. This is called blagging it. There's a couple out of place. Only a couple, but there are a couple out of place. If I go through, you can see, I don't know how many. There were only a couple that were out of place there. There's one there that was out of place. No idea how that happened. But I tell you what, I could go through and I could maybe put this one here and I could put this one here and I could go through and try and fix it, or I could do this by magic. Would you like to see it by magic?
I'd like to see it by
because magic would be so much more impressive. So I'll tell you what, because I failed to fix this as fast as I hoped, let me see if I can do this again. Look, first of all, we'll give them a mix-up, just like this, and then we'll give them another mix-up because it's really important that they are in a random order. And then what we'll do is we'll take these and we'll give them a shuffle as well, just to make sure that they really are mixed up. And one more mix up like that. How does that look? That looks mixed up, right?
Yeah.
Now the problem is this whole symbiotic thing didn't work as well as I wanted it to because I didn't solve the cube fast enough. So let me see if I can do that again. What I'll do is I'll mix up the cube again. I'll give it a really good mix up and I'll mix it up like this and we'll see if we can do it again. But this time I'll solve the cube without looking at it. I'll look away, watch the cube, one hand, just like this. That's when the cube gets solved. And this time, hopefully, even though I shuffled the cards, every single card has sorted itself out. There's a bonus effect I wasn't expecting to do. Let's see if we can go one step further. What I want you to do, can you do me a favour?
Yep.
Can Can you give these cards a really good? I mean, can you give these a really good shuffle, a really good mix-up? Put them in no particular order and give them a really good mix-up. I want those to be really mixed up, really thoroughly mixed up. Would that be okay? Very good. Give them a really good mix-up, really good mix-up, really good mix-up, and keep mixing them until you are blue in the face.
Until we got to 30 minutes.
Exactly.
I see you staring at that clock. No.
You understand why you're doing that? No, we're good. I'm gonna take out some colours. We'll take out a white. We'll take out this one here. We'll take out this one, a blue. We'll take out a green, and we'll take out a red. Are you happy with those?
Yeah.
Very good. And just because I don't trust you, I will give these a couple of shuffles as well. We'll give them a mix-up. Just like that. It's really important that you realise that these are in no particular order. Is that fair?
That's fair.
You've shuffled them. I've shuffled them. We've got all of these cards. Now, I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to try and show you, because maybe it's a bit too confusing using all of these cards. Maybe it's a bit confusing using, a cube and all of this. So we'll put the cube to one side for a second, and we'll try and do something with just 4 cards, okay? And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and make these cards turn over one by one, okay? Like that.
Yeah.
But by magic, because that's obviously not magic. Because some people turn over a card like that, some people turn over a card like that. I'm going to do it by magic. Look, when I give a little twist like this, what actually happens is one of those cards turns over. That's the blue one. I'm going to do it again. Look, I give a little twist like this, and when I do, another one turns over. That's the white one. Let me see if I can do it again, because you look very underwhelmed. If I do it again, look, I give a little twist. Now, look, the green one turns over. That just leaves the red one. This is the hardest one. It really is. Now, nothing happens. Look, nothing happens if I don't twist. But you try and do it yourself. Okay, stick your fingers out like a gun. Look, I'm going to put that one there.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to put that one there. All of them face down. Take your other hand and give a little twist. The last colour was red. Turn them over. Very good. The last colour was red. Spread them out. And red. The last one, the red one turned over. Not bad, right? But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You did that last one yourself. And do you remember what I said? Whatever happens to those cards happens either to the cube or to the rest of the deck. Now, you shuffled those cards, didn't you? As much as you wanted to.
Yeah.
You mixed them up and you shuffled them. If we leave that red card right there, there are another 8 red cards in here, because there's 9 of each colour. That was the last colour to turn over. If there really is a symbiotic relationship, we'll now have all of the reds turned over in the middle of the deck.
I didn't spot that.
Yeah, see, that's not bad. Look, I tell you what. Let's just take these out, and we'll see if we can go one step further. We'll see if we can move on, because maybe things are. Even though I've been doing, all of this stuff, maybe it's a bit too confusing with the deck. So we'll move the deck to one side for a minute, and we'll just work with the cube. Okay, check this out. So I showed you that you can mix up a cube and you can solve it, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it works. It's very, very simple. There's a couple of things going on. First of all, when you mix up a Rubik's Cube and you want to solve it, a lot of people think the more you mix it up, the harder it is to solve. And I play on that, but that's not really the truth. In reality, any cube can be solved very, very quickly, as long as you know the certain amount of algorithms. The more algorithms you know, the quicker it is to solve. There's something in cubing called God's number. Have you heard of it? Look it up.
You told me, but in business.
God's number basically means no matter how much you mix up a cube, it's only ever 20 minutes away from being solved, right? And that's just a fact. No matter how you mix it up, it's only 20 minutes away from being solved. That's basically how it works. So when I'm mixing this up and I'm keeping track of it, I know how many moves away it is from being solved. In this case, it's only 12 moves away from being solved. And then I move my fingers really fast, because I've been doing sleight of hand for years. So I can solve a cube, take all 12 of the turns out, and it happens so quick, you just can't tell. And that's basically what's happening here. But what I'll try and do is I'll try and slow it down for you. I'll give it a really good mix-up, and I'll try and do it really, really slowly, okay? What I'll do is let me just look at it. This is 17 moves away from being
Okay.
solved. I'm going to take all now, to be clear, a move is like this, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to take all 17 moves out at the same time. Normally you wouldn't see it. It looked like it just solved, but I'll slow it down. It'll look like I'm doing one move. This side towards me.
Yeah.
Cubers call that an R prime. I call it impressive.
Ooh.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Let's try this one more time. Name a colour.
Blue.
You sure you want blue?
Orange.
Change your mind if you want to.
Orange.
Which one?
Orange.
Orange? Are you sure? Yeah?
Blue.
It's totally. I don't really care.
I don't know if you're doing some sort of
No, I'm not.
psychological bullshit.
We'll do blue. We'll do blue.
Okay.
Some sort of psychological bullshit for. It's funny. I'll mix it up again, right? So we've got it all mixed up.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that you need to understand is, and we'll do it with just the blue, so it's easier for you to focus on. If you weren't going to pick blue, what colour would you have picked?
Orange.
Interesting. So the interesting thing about this is, this is interesting. Let me explain. The center points of Rubik's Cube never move. So if I want to solve the red side, it has to be there. That has to be the red side. This has to be the white side. This has to be the orange side. This has to be the other side, green side, blue side. You said blue, so it would be here. I'll do it so you can see it. I'll come back here so you and the camera can see it. We'll do the blue side. Now, the whole cube's mixed up, but just focus on the blue. We'll do it in slow motion. Do you see you've got one blue square? When I shake, I get two blue squares. When I shake again, I get four blue squares. When I shake again, I get 6. When I shake again, I get 9. And when I snap my fingers, every single cube side is completely solved.
I like that one.
It's nice, isn't it?
Hang on.
Thank you. The only way, literally the only way I think I could go further than that is if you solve the cube yourself. Now, I know you said you're learning how to solve a cube, but have you ever learned to solve a cube without even looking?
No. Okay. Impossible.
I'm going to show you how to do this. It's not hard. What I want you to do in a second, you're going to take the cube and you're going to put it behind your back.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna basically solve a cube behind your back. I'm telling you right now. Now, when it goes behind your back, what I want you to do is I want you to turn it just like that. To see what I'm doing.
Okay,
That's all I want you to do. Okay. It's going to be very, very easy. Even though you've not mixed the cube up, it's fine. It's already mixed up. You can only make it worse. Put your hands behind your back. You should be able to feel it. Can you feel it? There you go. Start turning it just like I showed you. Very good, just like I showed you. And keep going. Keep going as much as you want to. And just stop whenever you want. Now, whenever you want to stop, you can stop. When you stop, just stop and let me know. And let the audience know that you stopped. Have you stopped?
Yeah, stop.
Okay. Now, when you pull that cube out, it could be mixed, it could be solved, it could be any one of a million patterns. Nobody knows but you. This is going to work, but only if you believe. Do you believe?
Believe.
Do you believe?
Yeah.
I said, do you believe?
I believe.
Are you sure you believe?
Yeah, I believe.
Well, let's try it. On 3, you're going to bring this cube out. 1, 2, 3. Wow!
So
What the heck is going on? That's absolutely crazy, right?
Yeah.
I tell you what. Why don't you genuinely mix this cube up?
Okay.
Why don't you give it a mix up? Why don't you mix the cube up? Give it a really good mix up. Okay, and then when you've mixed it up, give the cards a mix as well. You happy?
I'm happy if you're happy.
I'm very happy. I'm over the moon. I'm on 23 minutes. I'm good. I'm good.
I was mixing the
think
cube
I'm-
and
I
I was
think-
like, how long does he want me to go for?
I'm actually worried I'm going to go overtime. I'm doing pretty good here.
Calm down.
I've still got 2
Calm
tricks
down
in my
now.
head.
Calm down.
I've still got 2 tricks in my head. I'm good. Are you happy with that? Yeah.
I'm happy.
Good. So here's the thing. If I asked you to sort all of those, cards out so that they were all like back as they were before, how long do you reckon it'd take you?
Back as in...
Yeah, as in like,
it's a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about if I told you I could sort it out in 1 second? Would that be good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do that. What I'm gonna do here, let me just show you. I'm gonna mix this up just a little bit more and just give it one more mix up, and you're gonna see why in a second. Let me just do this. Okay, so you've mixed it up and I've mixed it up, right? Check this out. What I want you to do is I want you to hold your hand out.
Yeah.
You said that if you wouldn't pick blue, you'd pick orange,
Yeah.
right? Okay. You see your colour on there, yeah?
Yeah.
What I want you to do, yeah?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is hold out your right hand palm down and your left hand palm up. Can you do that?
Yeah.
And put there like that and curl your fingers around. If I told you I could sort all of these cards and all of these cubes out and everything so they're all facing the right way, would you believe me?
No.
Okay, well, let me see if I can do this. Watch. All I have to do is this. And I wasn't actually able to sort all the cards out. They're all mixed up. But
Yeah.
you said orange, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's what's happened from the cards that you shuffled. All the orange are face up in the middle of the
Yeah.
pack, which is kind of nice. But here's the thing. The cube isn't solved. But do you see any orange there?
No.
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 Because one side and one side only solved, and that is the orange side.
That's cool.
It's cool, right? But I want to show you one more thing that is truly the most impossible thing I do. First of all, mix up the cube again. It's really important that you mix up the cube so that you have no idea what the order is at all. And then what I want you to do is pick a side, but without looking at that side, and put it on the table so that side is pointing down towards the mat. That side right there, yes? Okay, now mix up the cards. You sure? Give them a shuffle again. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Now, what I want you to do is cut this deck into two halves. Half for you, half for me. Which half would you like to have? Take those cards and mix them up again. And then when you've mixed them up, I want you to put a face down card on the table. And then when you've done that, put another face down card on the table. And when you've done that, put another face down card on the table.
So face down card,
Yeah.
so full face
Yeah.
down card. Sure.
And another face down card.
No face.
Yeah? And then when you've done that,
How many face
switch the
down
cards. So I've got four.
4.
When you've done that, switch the packs. Yeah, you've done that?
Yeah.
Now mix up again and take another card and put another card face down. And then go through and take another card and put another card face down. And now switch packs. How many have you got now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Great, put another one down. We need 9 altogether, so maybe I'll just put this one down and this one down.
8, 9.
Very good. Put the rest away. We don't need those. So, you've got your cards. I've got my cards.
Yeah.
Yeah? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to see. In fact, let's get one more. Let's get 10. Let's get 10. Let's get one more each. Throw one on mine and one on yours. Let's get 10. No, that's a nice round number. You want those, yeah? You sure? Great. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these cards and we're going to mix them face up into face down. I want you to see, are those cards really being mixed face up into face down?
Yeah.
They really are, aren't they? It's not like some optical illusion. They really are being mixed face up into face down. And what I'll do is I'll mix them up a bit more. Some face up, some face down. Some face up, some face down. Like this. And I'll mix them up again. Face up, face down. Face up, face down. Face up, face down. Would you agree now that that is completely and totally and utterly random?
Yeah.
Yes?
I think so.
I would, but I just want to know what you
Yeah,
think.
no, I think
Yeah?
random, yeah.
Some are face up, some are face down, some are face down, some are face up. They're completely mixed up, just like that, right? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all of the face down. We'll take all of the face down cards, and we won't change the order. Okay. So anytime we say, and we need 9 cards altogether.
Yeah.
So if there's more than 9 after all that shuffling, we'll have to add another one in. If there's less than 9, we'll have to take some out or whatever.
Yeah.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll put those away with that as well. Now we're going to mix these up a little bit more. We're left to 9 cards. We don't know what they are, but we'll mix them up a little bit more. What I want you to do is take these cards. There's 9 cards. So give me a number, say 1 to 9.
5.
Deal 5 cards face down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip the rest over. That's it. 5 cards. Deal that and put them on top. Now pick them up. Give me another number.
2.
Deal 2 cards. 1, 2. Flip the rest over. Put them on top. And another number.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip the rest over. Put them on top. Do you want to do that one more time, or is that it?
Let's do it again.
How many?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Flip the rest up, put them on top. You want to do it one more time or is that it?
I'm happy with that.
You're happy with that? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're sure?
I'm sure.
I'm not going to change the order. I'm just going to put them in the order in which you mix them up. Hang on, just like that. There. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. I hope you ended up with most of them face down. Other than that one. Okay. Think about this. You shuffle the cards over and over again. Once you shuffle the cards, you randomly took a bunch of cards out. We ended up with like 9 cards, right? You mixed up the order, and this is the order, and I didn't change anything. We're just going to turn them over and look at the order. Green, red, orange.
Okay.
Red, white, orange.
Okay.
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue, yellow. Is that random?
Yeah, it looks random to me.
Now, before you did all of that, you did one other thing. Do you remember what you did? You mixed up this cube.
Oh, yeah.
And I told you to pick a side and put it face down. Do you remember?
Yeah.
This is the crazy bit. This is the side that you picked after you shuffled. And this is the most insane thing that you'll ever see. Green, red, orange, red, white, orange, yellow, blue, blue.
I like that.
You shuffled that,
Yeah.
you shuffled that, you did absolutely everything. Normally people freak out a bit more. No. It is off-putting when you're performing to somebody who's dead inside. Normally I'm expecting an audience with a pulse.
I did almost die the other night.
I don't care. Now here's the, I've seen you die on stage many times. Now here's the thing. From the very beginning.
With me as well.
From the,
no, they take you down with me as well.
Now, from the very, very beginning, I mean, that's all incredible, right? But
Yeah,
from the
very
very,
cool.
very beginning, we left a cube in there. Do you remember a mixed up cube?
Yes.
And I've solved this cube, and we've had colours change, and we've done a whole bunch of different stuff. But what if I told you, because I said that was going to be the big finish, what if I told you I could solve that cube in that bag without touching it? Would that be good?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't, because I've already solved the cube. That would be anticlimactic. That would be a letdown. You've promised something to somebody, and it would be a letdown. You would feel like your wife. So instead, I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to go and do something that you'll never have seen before and you'll never see again. Instead of solving that cube, I'm going to make the not the cube disappear. I'm going to make every single color on that cube disappear. The red, the green, the blue, the orange, the yellow, the white, even the black under the stickers. It happens when I snap my fingers. And the only way we're going to know this has worked or not is by the look on your face when you look in the bag. Take the bag. Have a look in it. Take it out and show everyone.
There we go.
And that
is really cool, isn't it?
is what you call a big finish.
I've not seen that before.
There you go.
I like that.
33 minutes. I went 3 minutes over.
Yeah.
I'm a bad person.
I like that. That is. I was expecting some Henry Harris like.
Well, that's Prop Dog. Prop Dog do a clear cube. The only problem with Prop Dog's clear cube is they have like a kind of a shell that goes on one side.
Okay.
And I could never get on with that. And you know, they don't really give you another way of using it. And that is based on something Takamiza Sui does. Do you know Takamiza Sui? He basically invented cube magic.
I've heard him mention.
Yeah. So he basically invented modern cube magic, and this is an idea of his. He doesn't use it for a clear cube, but he has this idea of some 2 cubes in a bag, and he normally uses it as a vanishing cube. So what he normally does, I can't do it now, is he'd show 2 cubes in a bag, he'd take one away, and the other one vanishes.
Okay.
But I realised that you can actually use it to...
That's it's impossible, isn't it?
It's really impossible. I love doing cube magic and finishing on this because this is the equivalent of producing a tech deck at the end of a card routine. This is the equivalent of producing a
quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine or jumbo coin or something like that. It's that definitive what the actual hell moment.
Yeah.
Now, I was joking, passing the deck. I was joking, but You were very muted during that performance.
Yeah.
I mean, were you not feeling it? Or?
No, I was feeling. I prefer what you did here better than the card one.
Really?
I was more invested in this one because it was just more interesting. Everything he was doing was just interesting. The card any number, I've not got. The colour any number, I ain't got a fucking clue. I don't know.
Well, what's really cool about it, that's one of the first routines on the project, and it uses that there as a crib. So this is a crib that allows me to work out
exactly. Help you? It's like, where was the displacement? You know, what I mean? I was like, well, there was no displacement. So I ain't got a clue how you did that. So I have got this deck, and it's just reminded me. It's just made me think that I need to start watching tutorials.
You really do. I mean, I just didn't even scratch the surface of the tutorial. Because the Cube 52 has quite a lot of stuff in there. Because you've got stuff by Peter Nardi, you've got stuff by me, you've got stuff by Kev G and Colin Klaus. You know,
are they on there?
Yeah, they've got like a big 2-hour section on there. And you know, Pete talks about ESP matchups.
That's what I use it for. That's all I use it for.
Because these cards are great for ESP matchups, and he talks about all that sort of stuff. But I mean, what did you think? First of all, I'm going to break it down, but if I can remember it. But what did you think in terms of? Do you think it was too much for 30 minutes? I don't think it was. It didn't feel too much.
I feel like obviously it needs refining because you were just jazzing it, wasn't you?
Yeah.
So
I mean, if I actually put a 30-minute cube back together, I would have given it a bit more thought.
Yeah.
I was literally just kind of, there was moments where I was like culling cards because I was like, I want to go into this.
Yeah.
So like, I would have structured it a little bit better if I'd given it any thought at all.
Yeah, considering you just went into the warehouse, you went, oh, grab that and grab that and grab that, and then you came upstairs with a paper bag. And you went, and you even says, I'm not going to be able to do 30 minutes with what I've just got here, and so that was impressive. So giving yourself actually, you know, an hour to, you know, routine it better, it's going to be even slicker. But for me, it was just interesting because it was a bit of everything, and it felt like there's a lot of empowerment to the spectator.
Yeah,
and that's what I really liked about it. You know, obviously there's bits I knew what you were doing, but it's just you know, and I did enjoy it. You know, it's, you know, I'm still recovering from burns on my face at the moment.
That's what happens when you take a flash cigarette and you put it in your mouth and light it.
Yeah.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But no, I did. I did really enjoy it, and it has made me want to pick up the because I've got one at home. This and start playing around with it.
So effectively, how I started this is I had it in stack. So this deck is designed to be stacked if you want it to be, where it's the same 6 colours repeating, and the stack is based on that there. So you can use that as a crib if you want to, which I don't do because obviously the Cube 52 cards are marked and they tell you what the next card in stack is, what the previous card in stack is. But you use that crib for when you're working out the ACAN. So
I'm definitely gonna. I didn't realise there was an ACAN with it, but I think that
it's also an incredibly easy ACAN to do. 40% of the time, you don't have to do anything because there's 9 of it.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had a deck of cards where there's literally just 9 cards, 6 cards
doesn't
repeating.
feel like that to the audience. It won't feel like, and I just think that that's just more fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is. So the opening sequence was establishing the cube, doing the move to leave you with this.
Yeah.
You know, in the bag, and introducing the cube.
Yeah.
That was kind of the opening bit. But I started off with the timing force. So the thing I did with the cube, you know, that's the timing force. That's taught on there. I've taught it on a bunch of different places. But I mean, how many times have you seen me do that timing force?
No, you did it a lot. Because I remember saying, I remember saying when we were talking about the Fulham thing, what did you do for that guy? And you went, oh, it's just a timing force and this and this. And I'm like, really? Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, again, you forget laymen really, you know, it's they don't see cube magic. They think a cube is impossible to solve like that and impossible to get in. You know, they understand the impossibilities, and they don't associate many magicians with cube sleight of hand. They associate magicians with card sleight of hand. When you bring a cube out, they feel like that's I don't know what do you call it? Test conditions.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can't. You know, you can't chuck a cube up your sleeve. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, that's why I started learning cube magic because I really want to get into it.
Yeah, how many gigs have we been to where we're doing a gig together and like people are raving about the cube magic to you? It just happens an awful lot. Sorry, I'm just solving this as I'm chatting to you. I'm not as fast as Ryland, but by any stretch of the imagination. But I do F2L.
Yeah. But even that to a layman's going to be impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. So the first thing that I did. There we go. Okay. So the first thing that I did is with the routine is I did the timing force and I showed this because very few people have got a tattoo.
Yeah.
This gets a killer reaction, especially if you use the influence line. I mean, then I can actually show the tattoo, which just is ridiculous. But just using this and doing a timing force and having it match the cube on the front is great.
Yeah.
You know, and that works really well. But then that allowed me at that point to put that mixed up cube. So I was in a situation where I had a mixed up cube that I put to one side, and then because these were in stack, I was able. I think the first thing I did was the any color at any number.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the first thing I did after that. So I did the any color at any number, which works on the stack principle. And then after that, because it's in stack and because these cards are marked, I was able to get you to cut the cards, look at the colour, and tell you the colour. Because as I turn back round, I'm just looking at what the next colour is. So I know that that's going to be green. You know, you get the idea. Which I think that sometimes magicians underestimate how powerful that is with this deck. But the marking system is so good. That is a really powerful thing. You just say, look, I'm going to look away. I want you to cut the cards any way you want to, completely lock cards. Look at the bottom colour and then let me know. And I can immediately turn around and go, boom, it's that colour. That's really strong, right? So I did that a couple of times. And then, and I don't know how it went wrong. I genuinely have no idea what I did wrong. I obviously did something wrong because it wasn't quite. But I did that thing where because the cards are in stack, by dealing the cards onto the table, you're creating 6 piles that have the same color in each pile, which means that I can equivoke down to the pile I want you to have because I'd already wrote down a prediction red. I can equivoke down to that, and then I can then have you mix them up under the table, and I know you're going to get red. And then these can go away, and I've got that wonderful prediction of red, which worked. That did work. But then you've got this moment where you do. This is the shake solve that I taught on Cube 52, which I think is an amazing solve. And then I'm supposed to go through and show that all of the cards have sorted themselves out. Obviously, we had a small problem, but I'm glad you kind of saw that in a way because
you got out of it.
I think the most important thing is, as a magician, understanding that things are going to go wrong and how you fix them when that happens. And it's about knowing ahead of time what you're going to do. Like, I knew that there were only 6 cards out of order, so I culled them to the back of the deck thinking that would be enough. But then I was like, no, I'm going to have to get them into position. So I kind of said, look, if I told you I could sort all these out, which meant that I had to do a full shuffle at that point. So I started doing full shuffles and false cuts. And then I could come back to here, mix this up again, solve it again, and then I could have the deck, which, you know, isn't as good as what I hoped to achieve. But from a layman's point of view, they saw the cards mixed up and still the majority of them were sorted. And then I mixed them up again and they're all sorted and the cube sorted. I think that, you know, I mean, how many times do you make a mistake? Every performance.
But people don't know.
No, they don't know because you're good at covering yourself. But in all seriousness, that skill, it's kind of maybe quite useful for you guys to see that because that skill is a really important thing to be able to learn. Really important.
Yeah, Fear's just started being able to do that as well, just getting out of trouble.
Yeah, I think she's picked out from an old man. Like she's constantly getting herself into some situation.
You don't know she's got herself into trouble, and she'll say
to the point that I don't even notice now when I watch her. She's like, "Oh, that went wrong, did it? I have fixed it."
I had to palm this and palm this and palm this. I was like, "What? Okay."
but that's the skill. It's that old expression, isn't it? Which is the audience doesn't know what's meant to happen.
No.
So if I'd have spread through and I'd gone, "Oh, I'm really sorry, it was meant to," so they now know you're then crap. They know you've got it wrong. But if I just go, "Oh, hang on, a couple of them are out of sync. Look, there's one there, one there, one there, one there. Okay, let me see if I can do this again." If I did that presentation to a layperson, they'd think that was part of the presentation, even though it was me blagging myself out of it. So after that, I then did Final Twist, which is in my book, Absolute Madness, but I did it with cube cards. So what I did is when I gave you the cards to shuffle, because all the cards had sorted themselves out, I just palmed the top 9 cards.
Okay.
So and because of the marks, I can see where those 9 cards end.
Yeah.
So I just palmed those 9 cards, and I was like, shuffle the cards.
Yeah.
So that when you'd finish shuffling them, I put them back here and I loaded them reversed onto the bottom of the deck. So then and then I half past the bottom one. So then I can take out 4 cards and I can do Twisting the Aces, which, by the way, Twisting the Aces with colour cards just looks so good.
Better, isn't it?
And that final moment, by the way, it's a John Bannon thing. I can't take credit for it, but when you put your fingers like that and you go, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've put them face down into their hands, and then they twist them and they spread them out. That's such a strong moment.
No, it's quite. I like that. But I don't even like Twisting the Aces.
Yeah, I do, but it's better with colours, twisting the colours. But what I love about this moment here is that card turns over, and then boom, because I've given them a Pharaoh shuffle after I've put them here. Now all of the reds, and you genuinely freaked out at that moment. You didn't expect that,
no,
because I was setting things up for later on in the performance, and I think when you're jazzing, and effectively that's what I was doing the whole way through, I was jazzing. What I try to do sometimes is I try to set stuff up that's going to happen a little bit later on, which is what I managed to do right there. Boom. After that, we went into a bunch of cube stuff, I believe, didn't we? We did a couple of solves. The one move solve in there, that kind of freak. Have you not seen that one move solve before?
No.
It's very nice. It was on a Henry Harrius project. Crazy Sam has got a version of it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's very nice because it really does look like you mix up the cube, and then you get this lovely moment of. It looks like you do one move and the whole thing solves. But I did a few different solves. That one where I was shaking it and it was solving on one side. That was Stephen Brundwich. And then I did a version of the solution where I showed you under the table and then you put it behind your back.
Yeah. What would you do if people mess up on the process of that? Because a lot of people are scared of that because they're scared of them not understanding the instructions.
Watch Ryland. Watch Ryland do it. He's got the perfect thing. If they're going to mess it up, it's going to happen right at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be vague.
Yeah.
It's going to happen right at the very beginning when they start mixing it up. And at that point, you go, whoa, no, let me show you again. I remember Martin Duffy, you know Martin Duffy? Incredible musician.
The chocolate guy.
Yes. So I remember Ryland a couple of years ago being on the gala show at the South Tyneside. I'm sure it was South Tyneside, I think. He was on the gala show and he did the solution as part of his act. I think he was doing the Harry Potter act, but he also did the solution. And somebody did that.
Yeah.
And he saw them starting to mix it up and he went back to them, he took it off them. So, as he took it out, he solved it. Then as he came behind his back, he mixed it up again with one hand, showed them again, and then put it back behind their hand, taking that out. And Martin came up to me afterwards and he was like, bloody hell. The key thing is it's audience management. You'll notice when I do it, I didn't do it with you because I knew you know the thing, but I'm standing at the side, out of my peripheral vision, I'm watching them.
First time I see you perform that was at a motivational speaking thing, and that just destroyed everyone. Because you talked about God's number at that business thing, and then started talking about it, and then told them to do it, and as a motivational speaker, it's brilliant because it's like, hey, this isn't about me, this is about you. You can do this. Let's empower you. Let's build you up. That sort of thing. When I do any sort of motivational speaking gig, that is in it 100% every single time. So after the solution, what happened after that is I can't remember. So after the solution, I got you to mix it up. That's it. I got you to mix it up for real. Did I get you to mix it up for real? Yeah.
I got you to mix it up for real, and I got you to name a colour. And all I did is, while you were mixing, at some point I culled that colour to the top of the deck. I can't remember when. I culled that colour to the top of the deck. I had you mix this, and as I was talking to you, I solved just the orange side, which is a Carl Hein thing. And I'm not great at it insofar as it takes me a while, but from the audience's point of view, it looks like I'm just mixing up the cube a little bit more. But in actual fact, I'm solving the orange side, and then I take that solve out so I can show it and put it in between their hands. And I love the moment where they think it's gone wrong, but then all of the oranges together, and that was a freely named color, and then the cube isn't solved, but you say, do you see any color? No, and then it's, do you know what I mean? That's really good. I finished off with what I kind of think is as the hero trick for this, which is where they're shuffling the cards. They shuffle the cube, and it's all mixed up. Have you ever seen that before?
No.
It's brilliant.
I don't even understand how it works, to be honest.
So it's brilliant. So mix up that cube. I'll go through it because everybody should learn how to do this trick if they've got Cube 52. This is my favourite. This is why I left it for last. It's a little bit like, remember when we did the 30 minutes with the cards? And I wanted to leave my favourite trick till last, so it was all building up to that moment. This is my favourite trick. So what you do is when they mix up the cube, you put the cube down, they pick a side and they put it down. You have created a crib for me.
Okay.
This is my crib. This side here is what I'm looking at. Okay, this is my crib.
Yeah.
So now they mix up the cards, which are already mixed up. You know, we'll give them another shuffle. The cards really are genuinely in no order. Now, remember, the cards have the best marking system in the world. So what's lovely about this is they're making all of the choices. So I tell them to shuffle the cards if they want to. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm throwing my cards down on the table. I am making this side. So I see the top line is white, green, white. So I say, look, I tell you what, take a card, spread through, take any card out that you want to, and put it onto the table. And I put a white down. Then I put a green down. Now I've just looked and I see that there's no other green in here. So there's one more white. So then I'll say throw another one down. And then I'll spread through and I'll say throw another one down. Mix them up anytime you want to. Keep me. Now because of the marks, I'm literally just making the pattern on the table. Now, when I get to about this point, I switch piles for no other reason other than I can. So now I like throw another one down, throw another one, and I go look, throw another one down, throw another one down, put one more down randomly. So we end up with 10. How many have you got? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just throw 5 more on there. So now, when they put these away, if you look at my crib here, look at this. If you look at my crib and then you look at what I've got here, I've got white, green. So here's the crib. White, green, yellow, red, blue, orange, blue. And then just a random another one. So I've literally made the side. But how random does that look? They shuffle the cards, I shuffle the cards, but we've eliminated down to 20. Now, all I do at this point is I just get a break underneath this top card because this isn't needed for the for the matchup, and I steal it onto this packet, and now I shuffle the cards face up into face down. So all I do is I shuffle the cards face up into face down. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's messed up the cards, which in a way it has, but the crib remains. So all I do now is I just do a slip shuffle twice. This doesn't mix up the cards. Nothing is happening. That doesn't mix up the cards. That doesn't mix up the cards. It looks like that. Doesn't that look like they're being mixed up? But in reality, look, white, green, but it's the same. Look, it's the same. Look, white, green, white. But think about it. You've thrown some cards on the table. I've thrown some cards on the table. Now I'm mixing them up, and genuinely, does that look mixed up? It's not. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening at all.
So why do you have the extra card?
Just so there's 10 in each side, so that I've got more face down cards to make that little thing look. Because if there's face up and face down, it looks a little bit more deceptive. If that makes sense.
Well, so, is there a chance that they've already dealt the card that you need here?
No,
over there.
No, not at all. Because there's 9 of each colour. If I
because there's not.
So if I can't find the colour in my packet, I go switch packets. And because the marks are so easy, so it only takes a couple of seconds from a pack that you shuffled. Within 30 seconds, I've created my stack, but it looks like I've done nothing. And I'm not even having to learn how to solve a cube, because I don't need to do anything with the cube. So now I just say, let's take out all the face down cards. If we've got 9, that's perfect. If there's less than 9, we'll add 1 in. If there's more than 9, we'll take 1 away. So no, you go this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you make a big deal of you not changing the order. But how fair is that? Think about it. They shuffled the deck. They took out some cards. I took out some cards. We mixed them together. We shuffled them. We mixed them all together. Now we're left with a few. That is literally my stack. Hang on. I can't remember which side was it. Yeah. Which side was it? That side. That's my crib, isn't it? White, green, yellow, red. Yeah. So now I do a thing that was popularised by John Bannon. And Michael Murray was the first person I saw this. This is amazing. Have you ever seen that number thing before?
No.
Believe it or not, it's not doing anything. Pick him up.
Yeah.
Give me a number.
4.
Deal 4. Turn them 4. Turn them over. Put them on top. Do it again. That's doing nothing. Because, think about this, the white is the one side of the stack, the blue is the other side of the stack, right?
Yeah.
So, if I deal 1, 2, 3, by turning it over, number 4 is going next to number 3. It's not changing anything.
It still confuses me though. It still feels
1,
like
2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing's happening. I used to do a swindle switch at this point, and if you watch the tutorial, there's a swindle switch. That slows it down, because this is just a killer. Give me a number.
5.
Do 5. Fine. Turn over. It's not doing anything.
Yeah, it feels...
It's doing nothing.
Yeah, but you still feel like it's still...
Do it again.
It still confuses you, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3...
And I get people...
like, technically, I get it, yeah. But it's still...
So...
It's illogical.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So here's the cool thing. I now have a situation... Let's say this is face down, because if it's face up, it's easy. But if it's face down, I have a situation where I have to deal these out. But how do I know which card to start with?
Yeah.
Well, they're marked. I see a white, and I see a white, which means I'm going to start up here. If I was holding them this way and I saw a blue, it's going to be that way. I'm going to deal from this up, but it's a white. Now, the beautiful thing is, when I deal these out, they've mixed up this order. I'm not changing the order. This is the order you put them in. Now, randomly, for the first time ever, I only had one face-up card, which was a bit pants, because normally I get them to turn them face down, but there was only one, so that was ridiculous. But I normally say at this point, can you reach over and turn the face-up ones face down, but keep them in the same order? Now, all I do is I just, remember, this is my crib. You've forgotten about this cube at this point. I need to move this out of the way so you can turn these face down. Watch what I do. I take that crib and I turn it face down. That then becomes the side. But I have a reason for moving it out of the way, because you're reaching...
I didn't notice.
No, I know you don't. So now...
No, you don't.
Do you know why Murphy's greenlit this?
No.
Because I fooled the shit out of all of them with it.
Really?
Like Lloyd Barnes, Javier, Titanus, George, everyone. So now...
Why didn't Penguin want this? Because this feels...
Didn't give them an option.
Okay.
Who went to Murphy's. So now you like this and you turn these over. And this is the killer moment. And you didn't react much to this, but honestly, you point out that they mixed up this cube, because they did. They mixed this up. How many matchups do you know where the spectator mixes up the cube?
Yeah.
And that is the actual... This is a mixed up cube. There's no switch of the cube. There's no force to it. There's nothing added onto this cube. The cube that they mix up and the side that they pick is the actual thing that you've predicted. And you've never even looked at it. And now they turn it over and you go white, green, white, green, yellow.
This and the ACAN, they're the ones I want to get down as soon as possible, because they're...
The beautiful thing about this is it's a shuffle pack of these, and it's a shuffle cube. If you never do cube magic, if you've never picked up a Rubik's Cube, you can do this. How many cube tricks do you know where you've never done a cube trick before? You don't know how to solve a cube, but you can still do this.
Don't know.
There's none that I'm aware of. With this, you can give a cube to someone, they can mix it up as much as they want to. You never have to solve it, because that's not what this is about. What it's about is them mixing up this cube, mixing up this pack of cards, and it's got this incredible matchup, and everything is so justified. A lot of the time, I'll be honest, look, Cube 52 has got 9 hours of material.
Yeah.
Do I do all 9 hours? Do I fuck? Do I hellers like it? I like to give people options, but no. Honestly, a lot of the time I just do this. In Parlour Show especially, this is in every single show. But not 30-minute version.
No.
I come out, I do the bag thing. Well, actually, I do cube and bottle normally.
Yeah.
But I do cube and bottle type thing, but it's still the same setup with the bag. I take the cube, I do some cube manipulation, some flanky solves and stuff like that, and then I do this. And I bring out this deck of cards, and I give them the cube to mix up, and I do this routine, and then it finishes with cube and bottle or with the clear cube.
How fast does it get back in stack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not very long, because there's only 9 cards. So to get it back into stack, all you have to do is you just deal the 9 cards into the piles. I will show you how quick it takes to put it back in stack, and I will do it while I am talking to you. So we put the red one over there, we put the green one over there, the red one goes over there. We're almost done, it's almost back in stack. Do you like my little song I'm singing outside, putting the cards back in stack? And now they're back in this. So the order is here. So you just go blue, green, orange, red, white, yellow. Now, all you do is you just pick them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So this is not something that you'd want to reset in a gig.
No.
However, and all honesty, when I'm in a gig, I don't have it in stack.
Yeah.
However, if I'm doing a one-off performance, I'll have it in stack
Yeah.
and I'll break the stack. Or if you like the stack stuff, because what I just did with the stack was the icing on the cake. There's a lot more with stack on the project, especially off Pete. If you like the stack, you could just keep it in stack. You could just, like a mem deck, it just stays in stack. But I chose to break the stack in this routine because I wanted to do this that I just showed you.
Because the two tricks I like the most is the A-can and the one you towards the end you did.
You could probably do the A-can with a mixed up pack.
Yeah.
Because the point is, you could probably do the A-can. I'll come up with a way of doing the A-can.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Because I don't know. It was just the cleanness of the A-can. I think that's the perfect A-can I've ever seen.
It's great, isn't
because
it?
I know that the impossibilities are a lot easier, but to a layperson, they've still got the same, in their head. They've still got the same impossibilities as a deck of cards, which that's the trade-off. But the cleanness of it, could you have given it to me to deal? You could have given it.
I dealt it, but you could have dealt it.
That's the perfect A-can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Deck's not changed. You started dealing down, and I was like, that's the perfect A-can. Fuck Atomic Deck. That's what you want to be doing. It's stage
Fuck
shows.
Atomic Deck.
You know what I mean? I like Atomic Deck, by the way. I won't dem it, but I like it.
You're a funny man. You're a funny man. You've seen me do it in front of hundreds of people.
Atomic Deck, yeah. No.
I
mean that to me, when you come to your parameters that you need,
Yep.
that meets them all.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
The only thing is, it's just not a deck of cards. It's a deck of cube cards, but to a layperson, they don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. No. These look so legit, like you say. I think Phil hit it at the park.
That and Mind Blocks, they have the best looking. Yeah, you can tell it's Phil Smith a mile off. Do you know what I mean? Because he spends, if not too much time on that. Do you know what I mean? But
it's
they look the actual Rubik's Cube brand. Do you know what I mean?
We managed to avoid without any words about Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah.
Puzzle Cube is what it is, not Rubik's Cube. But yeah, fit for.
I'm gonna waft off the dust of mine when I get home.
You really should. Genuinely, has this inspired you to do more with this?
It really has.
Because I think this has been out 3 or 4 years, and I don't think people are aware of it as much as they used to be. But for me, Cube 52 is, well, it's in my act all the time. You see me at gigs, you see me doing it.
I was having to rip up. I was having to dig through the things just to find the remaining. People were wanting these at Blackpool. Actually, have you got any Cube 52s? And then people were asking what they were. If anything, it does it more justice. People see what that is instead of the outer packaging, because they're like, oh, I think, you know, that's why Myths just stick to the white packaging, to be honest.
Stick to the white packaging. Funny. Yeah, so there you go. So that is 33 minutes and 3 seconds with, I kind of cheated a bit because
I feel like you could have got more of an impact of this if you wasn't against the time. I feel like, if you know, because I feel like you could have built that up a lot more.
Yeah. Well, again, you've seen me do this, and people freak. I went
no,
through.
I've seen you do that.
I went through a period. I've got loads of videos on my phone of me doing this at close-up gigs, because every time I do this, and I give the bag to someone to hold to, I use that line, you know, we're going to know if this is work by the look on your face when you look in the bag. And I actually say, I'll film it because I want to look back at this. And I film them opening up the bag and going, oh!
That's like a more practical, less expensive cube in bottle, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, because you're not having to get bottles out every single time. It's a boom. Shkaboom,
I knew what you was doing when you put your hand in the bag. I was like, is he doing that?
Well, I mean, it's
just because I was like, I always feel like when people do it, no, you can't get away with that.
It's a Brundage technique, but what I do is I break it down in that particular routine. So I take there's 4 moves. I take the first 2 moves out as I put it in, and I take the next 2 moves out as I take it out. So I kind of break it down into 2 moves, which makes it look a little bit slicker.
Slick.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm gonna...
So now it's over to those people. What 30-minute act would you like to see next? We've done cubes and Cube 52. We've done a regular deck of cards. We could do mem deck. We could move away from cards for a while. We could do coins. We could do sponge balls. 30 minutes with sponge balls.
30 minutes for a floating table.
30 minutes with a floating table over your dead body. But there's got to be, you know, let me know. What do you want me to do? What would you like me to do 30 minutes with? Be sensible.
Don't give me ball manipulation.
Don't give me 30 minutes. You're gonna get 10 minutes of ball manipulation at the absolute most, and then that's gonna be a stretch. But yeah, give me 30 minutes of what you want, and I'll see if I can make it happen. And yeah, if you want to pick up Cube 52, you can do so. It's available from all your favourite Magic dealers. I'm a very big fan of it. Please pick one up, because I think that you'll love it, and you're genuinely gonna.
Yeah, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is the card any number. That's definitely good. But I assume, that I assume, because it's you, and it's your martial trick. It's easier than it looks. So
it's very easy.
I'm just come out with it. Do you want to see something weird?
It's actually any colour at any number. It's still A-can. Any colour at any number. Not any card at any number.
So that's the first thing I'm going to be doing with it, and then I was talking to them, Kev G and Colin, about the sexy move. That's what I keep getting stuck on. So I need to re-pick up my Rubiks, because they were loving your Cobra coin.
Really?
They loved your Cobra coin.
Oh, that's good.
Loved it. I don't know if you're, so we're chatting to them, and they said. I need to just hit them up and they'll help me with the sexy move, because they said there's a different way of learning it. So once I've got that down, then I'll start going into the more in depth of it.
Brilliant. Well, let us know what you want me to do next, and would you like Tom to do a 30-minute act?
Oh, fuck off! No way! No way! No! Oh no! What you need to see next time you see Nemid Phoenix, you need to see a Chicago opener.
It's the best.
Have you seen it?
It's the best.
He was doing it. He was full in magicians with Chicago opener. 4 of card, Chicago opener.
Yeah, it's the best.
Mental.
Best Chicago opener of all time. Absolutely incredible.
And also, next time you see Paul Roberts, ask him about his tattoo. It's the worst tattoo in the world.
You can tell somebody's been at Blackpool. Right, we'll be back again very, very soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to join the Netrix if you want to join my online streaming platform. But I'll see you again. My name's Craig. This is Tom. You have been watching Magic TV.